Right, finish that off now, and what I'm going to do now is just touch with a putty rubber and just bring out just little light areas. There you go, that'll be fine. I've redrawn this slightly because I've made a slight change to the top. Makes more interesting. Now this goes round the corner here, and this is a round turret. So what we've got to do now is to work that out. I'm going to turn it round. Now I'm actually working on the side. What I want to do is to put the grey in. I've already put the light grey, the 230 in there, and now I'm going to put in the 273. Now what will happen is, as we go round the corner, we've got to make it slightly lighter in the centre there. I'll show you that in a minute to make it look round. There now, here's our 180. Is it going to be slightly darker than that? That means that the colours will go on just a touch heavier. Now I'm going to let you see all of this because once again it's an important feature. Now that's going to be darker. Now here we want it to be slightly lighter in the centre, so we start off more or less at the same level there as we did when we left off over this side. And then down here we want it, no, we don't want it as dark as this, but if I did manage to make it as dark, then we darken this again. It's all a question of degrees. So I go down here. Now, when I finish here, you will see that in the centre area it will be slightly lighter. We can't leave it quite like that, so what we do is just use the 180 and the other colour I'm going to put on 175, just to still put the colour in, but much lighter touch. Now you should start to see that centre area being slightly lighter there. Okay. Now with the 175, we now put the darker. Now that line down there, we can't leave it as a line, so we've got to bring the colour back out again. I'll stop halfway and I think you'll get an idea of what I'm trying to say. There. So the line should disappear. If I just put the paper on it, you'll see no line, line. If I think at the end of the day it's just a bit too strong, then I'll bring it back with putty rubber. And it's really impossible at this stage to say, I want to keep some of the light there, I don't want to remove all of it. Now once again in the centre here we go down this edge with the dark, and then down here. Now this is where I think we're going to have to make that just a bit darker on this back side of the castle. Yeah. And I think I might leave it at that for the moment. Maybe bring a little bit of colour across it. And I'll have a look. I can only see it on its side. Let's have a look last right way up. That's not bad at all, is it? We can still use the putty rubber here. Quite good effect. Just in the centre there. Just to lighten it slightly. You can see that. Not a lot, but just a little. Now we can now make it work. Let me show you how I do that. I put a little bit of depth there. It's all about degrees now. A bit of depth there. That's going to be dark there anyway because it's under the. Let's straighten that up a little bit. That's good. I like that. I don't think there's a lot wrong with that, folks. We might have got it. I've darkened this area at the back here quite a lot because, again, because we're showing up against this light area. There we go. Now, on this side, we want to put a bit of shadow. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of blue, just a touch of blue in there. And the same thing on here, just a touch. Don't want to be too light because if we do, we'll end up losing it into the sky area. So got to be careful. A little bit of mauve, that's 160. I don't think I want it any darker than that. I think that's probably the darkest I want it to be. And just put a little bit of light in there just to bring contrast a little more. Now, I'm pretty happy with that. I don't think I need to worry about any more about that. Just maybe a a little touch of black in there, simply because that's just the windows need to be just a bit darker. So just a little bit of black in there, and I think I'm going to leave it at that. I don't think we need to touch it anymore. The danger is if you keep going, you're making it too dark. I think that's nice.